Hello, Teacher Talk listeners, viewers. This is Nita Morris, the host of Teacher Talk, and where we have those tough talks regarding individuals that need special attention. Remember, I was going to transition from special needs so much to say special attention because that's what our guys really need. So I'm the tough talker. I'm going to tell you things, or I mention things, or read things that I think may aid you in the future, current, or in the past. Currently, I just went through, when I go through Facebook, I'm looking for things that parents have for encouraging words, and then some things that have happened that I think you need to be aware of. And the first one I want to read about, because I have talked about it in my earlier podcast, is about the siblings. And this particular parent, and I really do appreciate it because it's an international, it's coming out of the United Kingdom. Special needs is all over the world, all over the world. I have seen where in Dubai, I think they have a coffee shop now that is managed solely by individuals with Downs. So individuals that need special attention are all over the world, and they need this attention and they need support. So this one I was like, for sure, this is so true. And I even talked directly to a parent early on in my broadcasting recordings. I talk about the parents and the siblings. And when I met a parent a while back, and you can listen to it, I asked her, what would you tell a parent today that has other children and a special needs child? I hate to say that. I know I said I wasn't going to use it, but it slipped out. She said, I would tell them this. And I'm going to leave it hanging like that because if you go back and look, I'm talking about it, and I'll find my recording to tell you. But her insight was not to put the weight on or take away from your quote-unquote regular kids. And it kind of backfired on her. And I'm telling you, she personally wanted to share that, and that was the question I asked her, because unfortunately she had put her daughter in and we're talking, her daughter at that time was maybe 30 something. We're talking just 30 something, and this was no more than 5 or 6 years ago. And she had put her in a place so that she would have the opportunity to raise her other 2 girls. So her daughter's in a facility, and she could go visit, she could do all this, but then she still had all the time to do all the things she wanted to do with her quote-unquote regular daughters. Well, push it on down, 30 years later, she was sitting there at a dinner with her daughter, sitting there with her, that had been in a facility, and then after so long, she finally moved her to what now we know as a group home. And let me tell you what I experienced there. That young lady was so attentive to her mother, I can't even tell you. She was there. Let me get this for you, Mom. Let me get that for you, Mom. She doesn't have the innate ability to hold any regrets about her past toward her mother. But fortunately, wherever she was at, put in those great skills of helping others, that when she saw her mom, those things just passed on continuous. So the one that I read on Facebook says special needs affects the whole family, and it really does. In real life, special needs don't just affect one child, they affect the whole family. Siblings grow up too fast, too quiet, and if care is not taken, too unnoticed. Most days their needs come last because someone else comes first. Parents, you've got to look at that. It is not your quote-unquote, I hate to stop doing that. child's fault that his sibling has a needs special attention, but in tune, you need to tune them in as much too with what they're doing, and have their sibling coming and helping or doing something with them, making it a part of them, unplugging from the one that needs the special attention, and giving the attention to the ones that are growing and maturing and need your support also. I totally know and understand it's not always intentional, but we can be more intentional in making others feel seems heard and loved by taking out time to share a bonding time. You got to unplug, okay? I know Mary has special needs, but today me and you are going to go out and do something. Husband, caregiver, grandma, whoever is out there for your support team, take this on today, because I'm going to go out with my daughter or my son, just going to go get an ice cream together or something. Just that bonding is still needed. Now, this was really cute. I just noticed this. It says, schedule a weekly just us date with other children. Even 30 minutes is not a bad idea. So parents, please keep that in mind. I'm not going to read her whole post. It was really good. I am going to do a talk about it on my podcast, and I will note that it's titled Special Needs Affect the Whole Family, and I also refer back to my previous tape on that. The next thing I want to just cover real quick, because I love this, because I'm a grandma, and this grandma's on here, and she's saying, oh, her baby, she's bragging. And she says she has her grandson. And before he started going to an AB center, he was, it might have been a little handful, could have been a little handful. But grandma's bragging on them, and that's what we do as grandparents. We brag on our kids. And grandparents out there, if you're listening, or please touch bases with me. Listen sometimes. Send me some ideas. Tell me what's going on. It says, today, after 3 years of ABA, yes, I'm cheering on ABA because it is a needed resource for some parents. And just like my AB person, it's on my podcast, talked about, that service could possibly be free if you have health insurance. Okay? He was started nonverbal, using sign language. Now he can talk, write his name, and is off to kindergarten. Now let me tell you something. ABA has something in mind and has a plan. And it's not just their plan, it's their plan of action and a consistency that they have. I can't talk about all of them, but I'm saying it's worth investing the time if you think it might help your child. So that's my shout out for ABA centers. Do it. And I know people say I don't like them, but I like to know why you don't like them, because so far my coordinator I talked to, she's very upfront and direct, and it's a good service to help with everything, even the elopement. He just always runs away. Oh, well, better check into ABA and see if you can get some help on that. Now, before I go, the last time before I closed out, I said I'm going to talk to you about something that's going on, and I can't say it enough. Your little guys, I don't care who they are, little boy, little girl, little anybody's, regular, needing special attention, all of that. You need to get them straight by the time they're 8. I talked with a gentleman that, and this is simply talking to him, because he is in another country. And I would speak to him, and he would say, I could hear his son in the background, and he's tearing up and he's acting. I told him, I said, you know what? You have got to get with him, okay? And people might say, well, what does she mean, get with them? That's when I talked about your tone, your voice, where they know the difference between, we're going to go get ice cream today. what did I just tell you? Okay, you've got to change that up so they'll know. And that could be a safety thing too. But this mom on here, really, I just went, and I told the young man, I said, listen, your son is a little boy now. You can't tell how big he's going to get, how tall he's going to be, how his stature's going to be. He's going to be a man. Man comes with man strength. Man comes with man. A lot of things come with man. Okay? Males mature just like females mature. Okay? And she says, my boy, I love him. And we all love our guys. She says, I love him. But I'm scared of him also. He is over 6 feet and I'm only 4'10". He's a big boy and has a beautiful baby face. Autism kicked in at about 18 months and took his speech. He was saying a lot of words, but lost it all. His meltdowns are sometimes violent, and we never know when they will happen. Now, people that know me and know I have worked in the field, at the high school level, I know about an individual being about this tall, and when we say there's no rhyme or reason for his meltdown, it wasn't. I had a young man like that, and all we knew was, I'll give you an example. One day I came in and you have these shoebox activities, and I'd been giving him the shoebox activity, and then one day he came in, and he was like 6 foot something. He came in, he took that shoebox activity, he threw it on the floor, and he stomped on it. Now, what was I going to say? First thing came to my mind was, he's done with that activity. I can end that. I don't have to bring that out anymore. And if I was going to think about bringing it out, it wasn't going to work because it was all broke up then. You know, he sometimes would fixate on destroying something, and it's not a small something. He wanted to destroy a chair one time. Move the chair out of the room, take the chair away from him, remove him from the situation. You do all of these things, and you think, oh, okay, we got it. The chair is gone. He's all calmed down. He's forgotten all about that. Oh, no, he hasn't. He would sit there just as calmly and then look around, and he would spot a chair that was something like that chair. Maybe it wasn't that exact chair, and he would go over there, and because of his size, and it's easier to clear the room than try to get a chair from him, we clear the room, let him tear the chair up, and then the day could go on. Okay? But there was no rhyme or reason. You know, people would say antecedent, what happened before, what happened after. No. When they get to the high school, you learn how to read your guys, and then you learn from them and they learn from you. But what I'm trying to tell parents is, when they're little guys, when they're little down there, and you can really get with them in a very firm manner, parents, come on, you gotta do it. I know it could be, you don't have to, you do, so they'll know you mean business, okay? And maybe you won't have to go to such an extreme, but it is so needed, because that you don't have the time to say he'll grow out of it. No, he won't. He will. I'll keep telling him not that, and he won't do it. No, he won't. Okay, because if your tone is like, why are you doing that? You shouldn't do that. Okay, that's cute when they're little, but once they start growing and getting past that, I know. I've seen holes kicked in walls. Okay, I know people that are home, in their home with their special needs child, and not an electronic device is in there. Why? Because the child has torn up everything that they bring in the house. Why? Because he's a grown man now. Now you're stuck in the middle then. It's like, I can't take him there now because he's too old. I can't do this now. I don't want anybody to know. So I'm just in my house. Come on, parents. Come on, reach out. Say something. You need some supports. Don't let your child start running the roost. If you don't know what running the roost is, that means if you come up in there and you say, let me tell you, I've got clients that's, she will come in my house here and try to run a roost because she's been running a roost where she's been at. And then once in a while, we have to get really verbal, you know, and then we get an understanding, and then, we have a balance, and our day works out just fine. Want to know how to do all that? Yep, you need to email me. You need to give me one of those DM things. You need to get some insight. We need to Zoom something. Because I'm telling you, the young man that was in another country, he said, thank you so much. As I said, if you don't get with him now, you're going to wake up and he's going to be a man. And then you're going to be fighting with a grown man. I'm not saying that all special needs guys end with that. But I want to end today on a really good note. A friend of mine, his granddaughter, has been going to work with me because school hasn't started. And she's an individual that needs special attention, but she likes to help. She came with me, and I didn't realize how much she would calm me down. I was just like, oh no, I can't believe this is going on. I can't believe this is happening. Oh boy. Then you know what she said to me? It's okay. It's okay, miss. I got you. I got you. It's going to be okay. I said, oh my goodness. It made me, myself, take a deep breath and go, ease up. Even she can see. You got yourself all worked up. You're trying to hold it together. But she says, it's going to be okay. I got you. Because you have to walk in my shoes for a day. Because remember, I deal with adults. So when adults have a major accident in their pants, right after they get to the center, and you're involved with that, it just kind of puts your frame of mind into clinician and a whole lot of other things. And you live through it because I've lived through it for years. But today I was just like, oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. And she was just like, I got you. It's okay. Our guys are very compassionate, very loving. I've had both male and female in that window of compassionate and loving and kind and all of that. And I'm just trying to give the insight to anyone that has a little bit of bump in the road now. If you got a little bump now, then let's work it out now while they're young. I will continue talking, and I will come on. I think I'm going to come on briefly right after I finish doing my podcast on this topic so you can hear some more, plus zoom into topics that previous topics I have talked on. Remember, this is Nita Morris with Teacher Talk. I enjoyed visiting with you, and thank you for letting me come into your home, your phone, your car. Okay, let me stop. Thank you, guys. I'll see you next time. Yes, I'm getting ready to punch that button that says stop the recording. Have a good one.